So you're saying there's a chance. Yes, there's a chance the Minnesota Vikings can still make the playoffs. Now, do I think they deserve to make the playoffs? Absolutely not, especially after the last couple weeks. Some mediocre quarterback play, some terrible play calling, turnovers and stuff like that. This season hasn't really gone the way we would have expected at the beginning of the year, right? I had us going 13-4, 11-5, somewhere around there, and winning the North again. That was not the case, okay? Complete opposite, actually lose a lot of ball games. We just got beat pretty bad to the Green Bay Packers, but there's still a chance that we make the playoffs, and I think it'd be bittersweet if we were able to make the playoffs, especially with how the season has gone up to this point. Now, many of you are like, there's no way we're going to make the playoffs, and yeah, it's probably like 1% chance that we do, but there's 3 matchups that we have to worry about, not including ours. We have to win ours, okay? If we lose ours, our playoff hopes are in the gutter. There's no chances that we make the playoffs, but Detroit, I think we can beat them. I think we came really close just a couple weeks ago against Detroit, so I think there's a good chance. So let's say we beat the Detroit Lions. There's 3 games that we have to keep an eye on, and all 3 of these games have to go our way. Otherwise, again, we don't make the playoffs. So let's take a look at those playoff matchups or those Week 18 matchups that we need to focus on, right? Say we win our game. The first one that we have to look at is the Falcons-Saints game. All right, if the Saints win this one, our playoff hopes are gone. If the Falcons win, we still have some hope. Then we look at the 3 o'clock games. Okay, we have the Bears and the Packers. Here's a big one. Okay, Green Bay wins, they're in. If Chicago wins, which is very doable, Chicago's been playing some good ball, our playoff hopes are still alive. Now, this is all if we win against Detroit. If we beat Detroit, we are okay. Then we have the Falcons beating the Saints, and then we have the Bears beating the Packers. We have to focus on one more game, and that's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Now, if the Seahawks win, our playoff hopes are dead, all right? But if the Cardinals win, we make the playoffs. Okay, so if the Cardinals beat the Seahawks, the Bears beat the Packers, and the Falcons beat the Saints, and we beat the Detroit Lions at noon, which, again, if we lose that game, there's no chance that we make the playoffs. There's a 0.0% chance that we enter the playoffs. Now, if this happens, the playoff picture would look something like this. San Fran has the 1 seed. If they, beat the Rams, which they most likely will, Dallas will take the 2 seed if they get a dub over the Commanders, who I believe they play. And then we're looking at Detroit getting the 3rd seed, Tampa Bay getting that 4th seed. The 5th seed would be the Philadelphia Eagles, so it would be Tampa versus Philly in Tampa. That'd be a fun one. I think Philly could get it done, but they've been playing some terrible football as of late. And then you have the Los Angeles Rams as the 6th seed taking on the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Stafford back in Detroit. That game would be electrifying. They would have to make that one a prime time. That is just a must. And then it'd be our Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. And oh boy, Jerry World would be pumped for that matchup because they know they beat us, and I think that'd be the case. So if this happens, if the Vikings beat the Detroit Lions and just 3 games go our way, that being the Seahawks losing to the Cardinals, the Packers losing to the Bears, and the Saints losing to the Falcons, hey, we're the 7th seed. All right, so yes, there's still a chance. I don't think we deserve to make the playoffs, especially how we've played this season, but it would be pretty cool to just say, hey, we're still good enough to be in this thing, to be in the dance and stuff like that. So there is still a chance. You guys can let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skol Vikes.